man.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Inebriation Conversation. My name is Isaac Arrogant, and I will be your not host.
Guest.
Am I still a guest?
At this point, everybody is.
Yeah.
No, but we don't have like a solid crew anymore.
I live with you.
Not with coronavirus going on.
Oh shit. Bro, look at this. I fucking popped the dank tank and the lid flew all the way over here.
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, no, it's been a while since I've been on the podcast. How many episodes have you had?
3 before. There's still some on here that I haven't actually uploaded.
Oh, yeah.
I realized I recorded probably a year ago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's one where it's just me, Tyler, Eric, and Christina. It's not a good one. Man, did I ever tell you the first podcast I had Christina on?
No, was I part of it?
No. No, Tyler invited her, and I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, she sounds interesting. She's trying to be a teacher. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Awful.
Oh.
One of the worst fucking times.
Unfortunately.
She got hammered in 4 seconds.
Oh, great.
What is it? She bought half a bottle of whiskey and then poured herself a full cup and said, "Bottoms up," and drank the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe this will be pretty fucking interesting.
Yeah, Christina can put down drinks like nobody else is doing.
10 minutes in, she's running in the background, going, woo, woo!
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, God. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop recording. This podcast is going to be fucking terrible. But yeah, since then I started getting a lot more stingy with who gets on this thing. Did I forget my bong in the other room?
You might have. I don't see your bong. But yeah, no, I understand. We've had some weird people on this.
Yeah.
Remember that one guy who told us that Michelle Obama was banging her trainer?
Wesley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still talk to him.
Do you?
Yeah, he's fun. All right, hold on. We're going to pause this because I really want to go get my bong.
Look at your bong. You don't have to pause.
You're right. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Hello, everybody. I just want to let you guys know that Zach is a wonderful, amazing friend. And he just needs to do the goddamn dishes. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
All right. You know what? Since we're on the podcast, we'll go ahead and lay it out. I do the goddamn dishes. I do the kitchen. The entire kitchen every time.
Yeah.
And what you guys do is you guys will get 1 cup and you'll get 1 fork or knife and you'll put it in. And I'm like, I'm not going to clean that up. They'll clean that up. And then you guys forget. And then you guys come back and you're like,
okay,
and then you guys will add a fork or a knife.
No, Zach, this is what it is, okay? I'll go into the kitchen. There's a cast iron skillet just filled with grease, and I'm not talking about the time that David just moved in and did that, okay? I'm talking about you walk in the kitchen, there's a cast iron skillet on a grease-covered stove filled with cold grease, and there's cooking utensils and plates and all sorts of shit in the sink, and I'm just like, hey, Zach, did you cook? And then you go, yeah.
Yeah, Isaac, when was the last time that happened?
A while ago, not too long ago.
Yeah, because I've gotten better.
Okay,
I will,
listen.
Let me get this out. I have, in fact, went out of my way to start fucking cleaning that kitchen, religiously. Why? Because I fucking hate that Todd comes in here and just immediately goes, Zach, I'm not happy with the kitchen.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
no, I agree with you. That's bullshit. Okay, Todd will walk up in here once every 4 or 5 months and automatically assume it's you. That's not fair, and I agree with you on that. But Zach, there have been times.
Yeah, and I admit to it. I will tell you, I fucked up the kitchen and just gotten too high to go clean it, and then just not done it.
Yeah,
I'll get that out of the way. But recently, I've been I've been doing these experiments because I've been like, all right, it can't just be me. I'll watch you guys. You guys will clean, or some of you guys will leave the shit in the dish rack. And okay. I'm like, all right, guys. I mean, Isaac. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. Fucking put the dishes away. One time.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
No. I hate it when the fucking dish rack is just stupid full.
Yeah.
Okay? I know what you mean by that. But yeah, no. Did you clean the kitchen last night?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Because when I came home from work last night and saw the kitchen almost perfectly clean, I was just like, this is what I like to see. This is what it needs to be before and after you cook. All right?
Mm-hmm.
The kitchen needs to be 100% clean.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know if you noticed, I keep my dishes up here. So when I go down there, bring my dishes back down, I can just grab them, do them down there, and put them away without having to fucking dig through fucking a mountain of dishes. But anyway.
Let me just emphasize this.
Uh-huh.
I don't drink out of glass cups.
Okay.
Because I have a
Really?
I have a metal water bottle that I use
yeah.
constantly. And I don't use Tupperware.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm the person who uses bags, or I'll finish my meal the next day. Those are the two things for me. I can't meal prep. Meal prep's weird to me. Like, I mean, like, I understand it. I get why people do it, and I get that it's healthy and like it works. But like, I just have this like hang up where I got food poisoning one time because I did meal prep, and ever since then I can't eat food that's been in that fridge for 2 days.
Really?
Yeah, it just stresses me out. So I make sure I polish off the meal the next day. I got it.
Well, you got to be able to store your food in something, man, instead of keeping it on the stove.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that was just because I sometimes try to think I can make a meal in an hour and it taking an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But usually if I'm like not being a dumbass and thinking I'll eat a meal in like 30 minutes and just keep prolonging it, you've seen it. I'll clean the kitchen right after myself.
Okay, yeah.
But like, yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I haven't even been downstairs today. I just realized that I haven't even been downstairs today. That's weird. Did I go downstairs today?
Did you eat? Yeah, you did. You cooked.
I did. That's right. I made potatoes and chorizo, eggs. Yeah, that was the only time I went downstairs to cook breakfast.
And it was clean, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Exactly.
Dude, I came home from work last night, and I'm like, hell yeah, I don't have work tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep in. Fucking, I gotta build that bed frame right after this. But aside from that, like, I ain't got shit to do. I ate an edible, and then not before the edible hit. Like, I'm talking like 10, 15 minutes after I ate it. No, I just laid there for like 4.5 hours.
Oh.
Like, I'm so high.
I remember the first time I ever did an edible was like on my birthday, 18th birthday. I had just been talking a whole bunch of shit and being like, guys, I'm this huge stoner. It was just a joke for me. Like, that was my like character,
right?
You know. And so someone took me seriously. Her name's Joe. She actually designed the newest logo.
Oh, cool.
And she goes, "Oh, Zach, since you're a huge stoner here, these are potent." And she hands me like 3 brownies. And I'm like, okay. Fucking brownie. What does that even mean? Because I was captain of the straight edge club and actually hadn't done drugs up to that point.
No.
So I ate one, and then like it didn't really hit me. So I just kind of like went to bed and then woke up. I was like, I'm tired. So I was like, all right, well maybe I'll try them before I go to school. My first time ever ingesting marijuana in the entirety of the world. I took one bite and I was like, she said they're potent. So I wrap it up and I go and then I walk back. I'm like, this is the fucking brownie.
No.
So I go back, so I go to school, and we're just in the middle of history class, and they're like, all right, today we're starting on the history of America, which started in when? Zach. Just fucking lost it. And Matt, no, what's his name now? Ghost? Hazy. That was his name in high school.
Hazy. What do you mean that was his name in high school? That's his name now.
Is Ghost?
No, Hazy.
No, his rap name used to be Ghost.
Oh.
And then someone else had it, so he was like, oh, my name's Hazy now. But the best part was he just looks at me.
I think now he's calling himself Asian Superman.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That is sad.
He changed. I think he changed his Snapchat name or something, or his Instagram name to Asian Superman.
You know what that's real funny about that?
What?
In high school, he got real pissed off because people were calling him Asian.
So I don't remember. I heard, or not heard. I read in one of like the really old group chats we used to have. Somebody called Asian, and he got pissed off. He's like, "I'm not Asian." I'm like, listen, You've seen Hazy.
Yeah. I met him in 8th grade. And he was an Asian guy, clearly. He said he was with the Asian Crips. He said he was with the Asian Mafia. The Mira Mesa Asian Mafia.
Oh, you mean Murder Mesa?
Yeah, and I'm sitting there listening to his stories. And I know he's just straight fucking lying through his teeth to me. And I'm just like, And the Mafia. He's like, yeah, man, they almost cut my finger off. And I was like, crazy.
Crazy how they didn't do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was wild.
Oh, man. What you been up to today, buddy?
Playing video games. Alright, so you know how I've been trying to become a game developer to all of our listeners.
Yeah, you've actually been
what I have been neglecting to do since I built the PC that I was going to use to build video games is even download the engine I was going to use.
Download the engine, baby.
I've been playing the hell out of Fallout and Skyrim, and since I added the relics of
Fallout Skyrim,
I could probably make it if I wanted to. Since I downloaded Relics of Hyrule, which is just a mod that turns Skyrim low-key into a Zelda game.
Oh yeah, I watched that. That looks awesome.
Yeah. So ever since I bought that, it's just been a whole different experience playing Skyrim. I'll do a quest, but that's not why I'm playing the game at this point. People will be like, I need your help. I'm like, oh, sure, yeah, I'm just exploring. You have a reason to role play, and that's kind of big because Bethesda games are not good on role playing. You start off as a prisoner, and it's like, all right, but why am I a prisoner? Actually, you kind of figure out why you're a prisoner by level 168. You've done some shit. Yeah. But no, I gotta get back into it. I still have ideas.
You want to do here's the thing. This might be really good practice for you. Look up Pokemon ROM hacking, because you still learn the basics of coding. You still learn the basics of making a map and waypoints and scripted scene points and work points and stuff like that. You still get to learn some basic game design, but all the things you need, all the tools you need are for free. You can get them on Reddit or find them on Reddit. And the 3rd generation, the Fire Red, Emerald, Ruby and Sapphire, that is the generation that you can do goddamn anything with. And so a lot of people, most Pokemon ROM hackers use those because it's just so easy. Well, I wouldn't say so easy, but everything is so accessible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, me and my buddy Andy from back in North Carolina, we used to fuck around with Pokemon maps and shit like that. And there are people who make a whole ass new, completely new game, where they'll make fake Pokemon called Fakemon, I think, and whole new continents, whole new regions. So you don't even do the badge thing or the Elite Four thing anymore. It's a whole different story, a whole different game.
That's world building right there.
Yeah. And so I used to the map editor for those Pokemon ROMs. I used to mess with Fire Red all the time. It was so small you could put it on a thumb drive. And back in the day, this was 2010, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So touchscreen monitors were just coming out, and just cheap enough for the public. And so I used to go down to Target, and they have the fucking USB ports right up on on the side of the monitor. So just throw the USB in, and I just start fucking around with Pokemon maps in the middle of Target. And people would walk by and be like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" It was pretty cool. But yeah, dude, look into that. Everything you need is free. You can just go on Reddit and find it all.
I found this video called "How to Become a Pretty Good Game Designer in Less Than a Year."
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm down.
Okay.
And started with no bullshit. The guy just immediately starts talking. First, I was like, all right, that earns you a like because you never get that ever.
Right.
And it was basically said, all right, so what you want to do is watch fuck ton of YouTube videos, probably study coding. So I have a coding book.
Yeah.
But next thing is like there's this guy on YouTube called Bracky, and what he does is his whole thing. He just gives you tutorials about how to make games in Unity. And once you learn like how to make the mechanics and the coding, it's all the only thing that matters is just like retexturing everything and building the game. So that's what I've pretty much been doing in my free time. Where, like if I'm walking to work, I'll just like throw on a Bracky's video, like educated or something.
Yeah, you're folding boxes for 14 hours.
Yeah. So basically, I just so I'm just trying to learn how to just to start like at first I was gonna make a 2D scroller, but I'm like that's just not me. I'm not a 2D. I don't really like 2D. So I was like, so I go straight for the third person shooter. It's some interesting shit. Like I can make a hook shot. That's cool. I really don't have much else in it.
Really?
It's like a hat trick at this point.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, but I'm real pumped for to learn because like another step to it was figure out see how much of a game you can make in like a week, and then look at it a month, and look at it a year, or like 3 months, 4 months, and finally after a year you go back and be like, all right, time to get into a year of game development, see where this goes.
Right.
Budget your time and trying to build on maybe the original game you were making or just a whole new concept. But from then, I just want to be able to throw a game on the Steam page or throw a game on Nintendo of all places.
I know a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, that's how you end up making it, like going from a small game developer to a big game developer.
And you make a tiny game, you sell it for stupid cheap, a fuck ton of people buy it if they like it, and then all of a sudden, now you have money to make a better game.
My whole plan, I'm just gonna start selling these for $5.
Yeah. Make a bunch of $5. Yeah, a lot of people do that.
That was my whole thing until I saw that video that you showed me about the Nintendo store.
Oh yeah.
My whole thing was just like, it's a $5 game. Fuck it, pick it up. Might as well. It's not like I'm losing that much cash on it.
Right.
And a lot of these games are not like a miss. Like a huge miss. Yeah. Every now and then I'll find one that's just a straight up hit. But no, it's mostly just a bunch of bullshit.
Dude, I picked up, speaking of $5 games on the Nintendo eShop, I showed you that game, Music Racer. Dude, that one's actually pretty good. I like that one. Especially because I like to smoke weed and have something aesthetic on the screen. And so I'll just go on fucking cinematic mode and just have, I unlocked the Tron bike, which is pretty cool. My next, the next thing I'm going to unlock is the Trueno, the fucking Initial D car.
Nice.
But yeah, they have all like a fuck ton of different cars. They have a Santa Claus car, which I think is awesome.
Never mind. I lost my train of thought. It's a good lead.
It's a good time to take another hit. That's what that is. Whenever you forget what you're about to say, you have to take another hit. That would be an insane rule.
So, since we all live together, right? So there is this barrel out in the backyard. There
are two of them.
Yeah, that around like 5:19, like 5:13 to 5:24.
Yeah.
It'll just go, and that is our cue to just take the bomb and play immediately.
I wish I was here for it. I'd work at 5 every day.
That's good.
Yeah. Did you get it from the regular page?
No, I bought it from David's cousin.
Yeah, David's cousin gets good shit. That's what I got.
I'm just like, it's way more helpful than Dan.
Right.
Because he always wants to meet you somewhere public, and it's like, man, sorry.
No,
I'm an adult now.
That never bothered me. Probably because I have a car.
Nah, I just never like going to meet someone like out in public. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like even when people approach the car, we're not even like buying drugs. I'm just like, this looks bad. Someone's looking at it. It's like, just park, get out the car.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while either.
I was so surprised to find out he was Mexican.
Yeah, he is.
That threw me off so hard. Because I remember I was going to go buy from him, and I look around and I'm like, I just see him. And I'm like, I was like looking around, I'm like, hey man, where you at? He's like, I'm on the second floor. And I look up, I'm like, nah, that's not him. This guy. Because I'm expecting Here's what I'm basically expecting is Scott with a snapback on that. It's like, so I'm like, all right, Dan the man. Where the fuck's this guy? He goes, hey. I'm like, oh, okay. So I walk up, I'm like, you're Dan the man? He's like, yeah. All right, sure. I just handed him $80. He was like, I think that's your business. I'm like, cool. And just for the rest of the day, I was just like, that's Dan the man?
Yeah.
I don't want to describe him.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
He's
No,
an interesting looking fellow.
It's weird how you can hear about a guy and have like a picture of what he might be like in your head, and then you meet them and it's nothing like.
Yeah, no, that's
absolutely nothing like.
That used to be why I tell people I hated my name, and they'd be like, "Why?" I'd be like, "It's too like white." Like, people, oh, my boyfriend Zachary gonna show up. It's like, what's Zachary gonna do? Like, be my fucking accountant? I'm not afraid of that nigga. Luckily, when I show up, I'm intimidating. I want to name like Xerxes or something. Excuse me?
Xerxes.
The Greeks had it best, or Shaka Zulu. I might name my child Shaka Zulu.
Oh, just something
I'm gonna train him to be a UFC fighter.
Oh man.
Shaq, get over here.
Oh man. Zach. You need to find a girl taller than you. Just raise up as a basketball player, Zach.
See, that used to be the plan in high school.
Yeah.
Girls look like, I used to be like, let me just find a tall girl. I just want to get a tall person hug and just like enjoy it for one time. And finally, I found a tall girl. I was like, oh my god! I just beamed at her. I was like, you're so tall. And she's like, thanks. And I was like, I'm sorry. I hug you, I love tall person. She's like, dude, fuck yeah. And I was just like, yes.
That's so wholesome.
Yeah. And like, dude, honestly, looking back on high school, I did so much weird shit. Like, I did not give a fuck in high school.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really did.
No. I mean, like, it gets bad. There was one point where there was this girl. She had a tattoo on her back, and it was just covered by her bra strap. I don't know why. What possessed me to do this? I walked over, just moved the strap to the side. I was like, oh. And then just kept walking.
No.
Yeah. And like, now, like, 10 years later, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But like back then, I was just whatever. I just went. Back in
we've all done stupid shit.
Someone was making out with a girl, and I was like, damn. And they were like, Zach, you're 18 now. You gotta watch who you hit on. I was like, you're right. I can't just say I want to eat that girl's ass over there. And she just stopped and started laughing her ass off. I was like, hilarious. But like nowadays, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no, you gotta be a little more subtle.
Yeah.
You can't be doing all that now. Yo, you hear about this Crystalia shit?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Crystalia, that feels like so long ago because like now I'm on Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star.
So, okay, hold on. I heard that Shane Dawson did another thing recently. What did he do?
No, nothing. It's just all of his old videos are popping up. But like since he's not Joji, like people are really taking a whole fucking problem.
Yeah.
Like he didn't.
You would think, right? Like they would learn that. Like, okay, we get it with the Joji thing, right? You would think, okay, so this guy had a YouTube page and he said a lot of ridiculous, awful shit all the time,
and then
it was hilarious.
And then he came out immediately and he was like, "Guys, I hate doing this. It's offensive and it's awful. It makes me feel bad."
Yeah,
and all his fans are like, "Do it. Do you think?"
Yeah, do you think? And then he became a musician, a famous musician, and then all of his new fans, like, what the fuck? And like you would think they would learn from that and be like, okay, what a person may or may not do on YouTube or when they're younger. Sometimes you just fuck around, right?
It's a content, like you just need that content transition video.
Right.
Like, Shane never did that. Shane just started, like, doing a bunch of emotional shit and hanging out with, like, Instagram influencers.
Yeah.
But, like, Joji was like, I really fucking hate what I'm doing. Like, I want you to know I'm very self-aware and all this stuff is terrible. And so he got to get out. He got to leave the game. Shane just kind of let me just jerk off to a picture of Willow Smith as an 11-year-old.
No.
On screen, on camera.
No.
And then,
did he actually do that?
Like, not like actually, but he just he like made it. He what's the word?
He made
Gesticulated.
Wait, like did he like was he just joking around?
Yeah, he was just joking around.
Okay,
but like the problem is like it's like a pattern at this point because people are just pulling up video after video. Shane just like sexualizing children in his videos.
Oh yeah, people are making compilations. Of what they're doing. Yeah,
and people are like, Jesus, Shane, this is awful. And then not only that, but he canceled James Charles. You remember when
he canceled James Charles?
Yeah, you remember when Toddy did the whole thing?
Oh, remember? Was this the time where he was like, "Oh, I love fucking straight men"? Like that part was.
Yeah, that's where all that stuff came.
Yeah, okay.
But like the whole opening thing was Jeffree Star, like shooting his mouth off to Keemstar a whole bunch.
Yeah, isn't Keemstar like a notorious douchebag?
Yeah, but like he also stays in drama. He's a drama channel. Like he's the drama channel.
Okay.
He's a douchebag in real life, but he's still a drama channel, and he tries to reach out to the people that like he's affecting. I hate to say it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
but he's kind of hard hitting on people. Like he doesn't really dick around, and he'll be like, "All right, guys, like this is now that you have his character. What the fuck's up with these allegations, though, dude? They're saying you like you're diddling 13-year-olds." I'm not diddling 13-year-olds. He's like, okay, but I have like receipts that say you're diddling a lot of 13-year-olds. That's kind of like Keemstar's thing. But also outside of
I heard that he like ruined someone's life.
Yeah.
For like falsely accusing him.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Yeah. He's outside of his like actual like news thing where he's trying to like actually follow things. He's a notorious douchebag and terrible to people.
Yeah.
Like, he has also done false allegations, but I think he just gets false information and doesn't want to apologize because it's, like, so fucked up sometimes.
Yeah.
But, like, like, the iDubbbz did a wole thing on it. It's pretty smart. Like, it's pretty well done. But the whole thing is he's been, like, where did Keemstar come from? What were we talking about? We're talking about Shane
Jeffree Star.
Right, Jeffree Star leaked a whole bunch of stuff to Keemstar about, like, James Charles, like just being like, yeah, he's so fucking weird, and all he does is hit on straight guys, and then like he's like tweeting and like doing his thing. What he does is he's always like the guy who shows up and he's like, yep, I've been seeing it this entire time, and then finally someone's like, you've been seeing, like seriously, like Davi Vanity, you remember how you called it? He's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Jeffree Star was hanging out with Davi Vanity, and he's like, yeah, I always see him like banging 14-year-olds. So crazy. We always like, don't do that. Like, don't.
Wow.
And then everybody but Chris Hansen apparently was just like, what the fuck did you say? You just been watching? You didn't say anything?
Yeah.
Like so everybody was like wary of Jeffree Star. And a whole bunch of racist shit came out that he says behind closed doors, and then people are like doing fan. It's just they're getting canceled. They're very slowly getting canceled. But mostly Shane got James Charles canceled, even though there really wasn't that much evidence behind what James Charles was doing. So, yeah. I only know this because, like, again, I listen to YouTube for like 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Straight up have nothing to do with work.
So, what's going on with the Chris Hansen shit? Wasn't he investigating
Onision?
Onision, yeah. What's going on with that?
So, he pretty much fucked up her investigation, and this is actually a pattern that nobody knew about because nobody really goes back on people like Chris Hansen.
Right.
He's a pedo hunter. You just think he's immediately a paladin.
Yeah.
But turns out, like, do you know why To Catch a Predator ended?
Why?
Some guy killed himself, like live on the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Because they got him. They found him that like he was trying to talk to like an 11-year-old, but they saw that he was. Then Chris Hansen said, "Oh, he's deleting stuff off his MySpace to cover his tracks." So the police came to move in on him, and he just like hid in his house and shot himself.
Wow.
Yeah, and one of the Predator people was like filming really close near the thing. Like they weren't even supposed to be there.
Really?
Yeah, and so that show got canceled.
Huh.
And then eventually, when like people would get caught on To Catch a Predator, there was no fair jury that would be able to look at them
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously they would already be just like fucked immediately when you have the courtroom, but like the fact that they're on To Catch a Predator is just like, yeah, you're guilty regardless. So nobody could like convict those people. They just had to throw a lot of those cases out.
Really?
Yeah. So when he started doing Crime Watch Daily, I don't know what happened. I think he was still. I think he just started getting people back in jail just off name recognition. People forgot about that. But then with the Onision stuff, it started where Blair White broke the story. She was like, Sarah was groomed by Onision, and you know, YouTube being YouTube, everybody's like, grooming has to be a crime. It's apparently not. It's gross that you can, in fact, take a 16-year-old into an American household, wait till she's 18 and bang her. But he did that and it was completely legal.
Wow.
So then they were like trying to interview all of his ex-girlfriends and all of the people on YouTube who've been investigating for so long. Like, if you go on Reddit, YouTube, you can see the anti-Onision community all like being like, they need to bring this person in because all these people have been like talking about Onision for ages. Really turning public opinion against Onision. So eventually, he gets Sarah's laptop. Sarah's the girl that Onision. He gets Sarah's laptop, and Sarah's like, "Where do I send this?" So he sends it to his partner, Nick Nakotra, who is a grifter, and also
grifter.
Yeah, grifter.
Like, what is a grifter?
Oh, con man.
Ah.
So you'll hear a lot of like news people saying that blank is a grift, and what that means is they're saying it's a con.
Okay.
But basically, he used like public assets to make a website for the new To Catch a Predator, like all the Chris Hansen interviews, and then he started uh, being like, tweeting really problematic stuff out at people, and saying he got hacked, and then like really just making a show of it, making the whole thing look like a joke. And so he got fired, but like in the meantime, what he had failed to do was give the laptop that Sarah had sent him to the FBI. So for like 2 months, it was just sitting in an office in New York, unattended. Nobody knows what happened. So they can't send that evidence into the FBI because nobody knows what the chain of command is. No chain of possession. Basically, the whole entire investigation is really at jeopardy. And currently, the anti-Onision community is like, Chris Hansen there said there's an FBI investigation. Now they're just outwardly just going out of their way to silence Onision. Who, by the way, man, this is a long explanation. Who, by the way, was the first person to call Shane out for his weird ass kid sexualizing videos.
Really?
But the problem is, everyone knows Onision is a huge douchebag.
Yeah.
So when he told everybody this, everybody like would see the video, see him, and be like, "You're such a douchebag. Why are you fucking with Shane Dawson?"
Yeah.
And now it's 2 years later, and they're like, "Yeah, Shane Dawson's kind of creepy, right?" I'm like, come on, guys. I get he's a terrible pedophile person, but like, he gets to rub this in your face for a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those situations where nobody
wins here.
Nobody wins here. It's just a human dumpster fire. Awfulness.
And then the crazy thing about Chris, have you seen You?
You?
On Netflix?
No.
Okay. I think you should watch it. It's like...
What was that one Netflix show you told me about the other night?
Happy.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, you really do. It's really funny. But in You, it's just about a stalker. Yada, 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 XYZ happens. He ends up in the house of a famous comedian played by Chris D'Elia. Who is known to drug women and take naked pictures of them while they're sleeping.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was taken aback when I opened up YouTube, and they're just like, Chris D'Elia is a goddamn diddler. So much.
Okay, so you want to know the funny thing? I saw like Chris D'Elia, convicted or not convicted, accused and accusations and all this whatnot, and I see the thumbnail, the picture of Chris D'Elia. I don't know who this guy is. I thought he was the guy who played Sam in Supernatural, and I was like, no fucking. And then it took me like a few days before I realized they're not the same people. I was like, who the fuck is this Crystalia guy? I've never seen any of his shit. So.
I saw him when he was doing like a 30-minute set on Comedy Central stand up. And he was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's a great comedian, but
Unfortunately, he's a fiddler.
Yeah.
Weird how life is, man.
I know. And it's all like, the thing is, it's crazy that sometimes you can like listen. Like, I feel like it's a problem when my favorite comedians come out and it turns out they're like, bad people.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, oh wow, all these jokes have been hilarious. And then I look back on their jokes and like, but I always believed it, like immediately.
Yeah.
Like when Louis C.K. was like, if someone's like, he like masturbated while I was on the phone. I was like, I totally believe that.
Yeah.
In fact, I bet it was going to be part of one of his bits.
Yeah.
Like,
that sounds like something he would joke about on stage.
Yeah. And I thought about it for a second. I'm like, are these jokes funny? Yeah, kind of. Like a little bit. Like it's the absurdist part that's like what makes it hilarious to me.
Right.
But like then you start thinking about it and you're like, is it absurdist? Or am I hearing like the truth from you? Like sometimes like and comedians get crazy. Like even I don't know if you've been watching Dave Chappelle's bits.
Yeah.
But a lot of them kind of like stop being funny for a bit and he's just kind of like ranting.
Yeah.
And,
exactly.
Yeah, it's just because like some things just aren't funny. Some things you just gotta talk about.
Exactly. No, I agree with that wholly. Like,
yeah.
It's not just Lewis Black does this thing every Friday, I think. I can't remember. Once a week, Lewis Black does this thing called The Rant is Due. And what he used to do is at the end of his show, he would come back out on stage and be like, all right, so I'd like to do this thing where people from the audience can either rant or ask questions like on this thing. You can go to this website. You don't have to download an app or anything. And you can just ask questions and I'll read them up here and I'll just rant about whatever you guys here in the audience want to talk about, which is super cool. And it's basically just that. Like, it's not just like him going up there doing a bit or a performance and he's just up there like talking about it. And I'm just like, that, we need more of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we need more, because comedians are regular people. Like, to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
They get famous and, they do things. Sure. They'll make a TV show or whatever the fuck. But I mean, like, the regular people. You know what I mean? And I think that's why you always hear about this. Like, what do comedians think about Donald Trump? Or what do comedians think about this or that? And it's just like, the reason why people want to hear from comedians is because they can identify with them. But nobody can identify with a politician.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can identify with a fucking late night newscaster. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're just regular people with a powerful platform.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I get it. There are times where you shouldn't give a fuck what celebrities think. I agree with Dave Chappelle on that. But like, the reason why people always want to hear about what comedians think about different shit is they see things through a different light. They look at things we take for granted all the time. That's what the art of comedy is.
Yeah, and then you need that like relatability to be a good comedian. Even like a political comedian. Like I could give you the difference between Jimmy Dore and Bill Maher.
Mm.
All right, Jimmy Dore is hilarious just because like he's opinionated and strong and he's down to earth. And he's like, this is what's fucking hell wrong with the people. Like people are like having problems. And it's very obvious. Your politicians are assholes.
Right.
I think people like Bill Maher, who is here for the establishment.
Is it Bill Maher, like MAHER?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea how to actually say it.
I always thought his name was Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, sure. Bill Maher, I don't give a shit. Point is, he's a douchebag and like, and like very unrelatable and like when I listen to his show, all he does is he just seems super smug about fucking everything. And he's super smug, and I learned once I learned his name, I was watching South Park one day, And you remember the Smug episode?
Yeah.
You know that joke? The famous, uh,
so was
Bill
he
Mayer has sniffed his fart so much that he's disappeared up into his own
yeah,
ass or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's the kind of thing. Like, he's such an asshole, like, online, or, when he's on TV, because he, like, doesn't really care about, like, the common folk. He thinks he knows what the common folk are, but, like, the problem is he's rich now. He's rich and hangs out with politicians all the time.
Yeah.
Like, Trevor Noah, for instance, is, like, a way better comedian than Bill Maher is.
Yeah.
Or Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert, like people who have like strong gimmicks and things that you can like remember all the time.
I like
Alex Jones.
Oh.
Alex Jones is fucking hilarious.
He really is. Alex Jones is fucking hilarious. Here's the thing. I like Jon Stewart. Like, without it being a live show, it's he'll make a joke and then he'll just look at the camera like, okay, go on with the bit. You're gonna keep talking. Ugh.
Oh man, comedy's beautiful. Like sometimes you ever just get there's sometimes when there's like in life where you get a joke that you can never recreate or really tell anyone.
Yeah,
because like you really have to be there to understand how good it is. Oh, those are the best moments.
You got anything going on this week?
About to go up tomorrow to see my boy Coda.
How's he doing?
He's still got a kid.
Well,
okay,
so it's gonna be that for the next forever.
He's permanently at an 8.
Permanently at an 8.
Maybe when she gets married, he'll go at 10. But like, definitely at an 8. I was excited. I'm excited to have kids one day.
Yeah.
Like I used to fucking hate having kids. Like where do I want to say that?
I've always, for as long as I can remember, the goal has always been to, get married, live in suburbia, have a couple kids, retire. Same old shit. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's just what I've always wanted. And then you hear people who are just like, I could never have kids. They're awful. And, if that's the way you want to go about it, fine. But, like, you see it everywhere now. Nobody wants to get married and have kids anymore.
You know what I think it is? I think they find other people who don't want to get married and have kids, and they're like, all right, this is clearly people who are like, these people are happier than me. But, like, me, I think, for me, it was just, I don't want children, like, because I was, like, 18. And, like, now I'm, like, in my mid-20s and thinking about it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want one of me.
Yeah.
I want to have a kid.
One of you.
Buddy. I want to be able to train him to be a ninja. Train to fight for my friends' kids. Why does he always go for my son's knees, Zach? I don't know, man. He's just...
Yeah.
Yes.
Kick him in the shin.
But yeah, all of this. You know what I think might have changed?
What?
I nutted in someone for the first time.
Oh, was that?
And honestly, I'm never using condoms again. I can't. They just feel weird. So I guess I gotta just accept that I'm gonna be a father one day.
I know what you mean, man.
Like,
I know what you mean. Once you do it once you actually do it,
you just you try to do it. You try to put a condom on again. You're just bored as shit. Looking at your dick, you're like, it's $50 for a pill, right, lady?
Don't worry, girl. I got bread.
It's good. No, but that's a good feeling. Now like I used to be like, look at my nieces when they were like babies, and I used to be like, I can't believe you did it, bro. I can't believe you had a child. You had two. You had 2 children, and now look at you, mad. I used to say that to him every fucking time we'd see each other.
What did he say?
It's like, you don't understand what it's like having kids. And I was like, okay.
Look at you.
I'm gonna just enjoy my silence and money over here. But then one day everything changed. I was like holding my niece, and she like got scared. And she like cuddled me, and I was like, "I need one today."
Oh man, where's my?
It's some menu changes. Maybe that's why I like whenever people I like see people post like, oh, everybody thinks I'm gonna want kids in the future, but I promise you I'm never gonna want kids. And like all I'm doing saying is that might change. A lot of people have said they don't want kids and then found out they really want kids.
There are also a lot of people who said that they will never get married, who I know are getting married soon. You know, it's people change, man. Especially in your 20s. How old is that?
24.
24. All right, so you've experienced this. The person you are now is not the person you were last year. The person you were last year is not the person you were the year before that. The person you're going to be a year from now is not the person you are right now. You're going to go through a lot of changes.
Yeah,
and a lot of it happens fast. And the 20s are the 20s are the 10 years where you find out who you are, and what you're about, what you're going to do.
And world events will change your opinion really fast.
Oh yeah. I used to be like a hardcore leftist when I was like 22, and now I don't have the mentality for politics. I don't, not anymore.
No, it's just you're gonna stay around permanently pissed off.
Yeah,
like you're gonna think you kind of like wall the politics section of your brain off whenever you go out and hang out with people and everything.
Right.
But then like once you subject yourself to it, it's what it is. It's the 10 minutes of hate. Have you seen 1984?
Yeah.
It's the 10 minutes of hate where they just show like the enemy on screen and just make you pissed. And I realized that is a problem.
Yeah.
Because like I am huge into politics. Like I'm learning a whole bunch. I'm not gonna try to do like anything political. Like I don't even think I can turn this show political.
I wouldn't want to turn the show political.
So, but like when I'm like subjected to it, I'm sitting there like listening to like everybody just talk about all this stuff. Like right now, I'm not even that focused on politics. At this point, I'm just kind of focused on everything that's like having to do with Black Lives Matter at this point.
Yeah.
Which I want to say is not a political issue. It's a rule of like the world.
A cultural issue.
Yeah, it's like stop killing people.
It's a societal and cultural issue.
Yeah. And
no law is going to change that.
Yeah.
We have to change it.
Exactly.
That's we don't. We can sit down and write laws all day. It doesn't mean people are going to follow them. We need cultural change.
Exactly. A lot of people like protest laws. That's one thing that was like always throwing me off. Like people are like, whatever, man, it's the law. You got to follow it. But at the same time, if they don't like a law, they're not going to follow it.
Right.
That's the whole thing. Like,
and then that's not even counting like laws that aren't enforced.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like a law that isn't enforced is just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be doing that, but no cop is gonna fucking pull you over for spitting gum out the window. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe they might. Maybe it's because they're an asshole. And sure, we need police reform. I agree with that. But like, as far as the racism end of it goes, that's a cultural issue.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we need police reform. 100%. But that's not going to solve the issue.
Yeah, because like you're just gonna have racist cops who find new ways to get around it. You have to,
or the racists will just leave the police and then start race wars.
Yeah. That was an Onion article, right?
Yeah,
that was the craziest shit. For once I read an Onion article and got fooled for a second.
Really?
Yeah, it was something like police chief. I think it was like Chicago police chief. If the police are held accountable. Or no, if the police, if they now I got it. If they abolish the police, all the former cops are only going to have to take it out on their wives. And I was like, I read it and I was like, yeah, it sounds like them. And then I read Onion and I was like, oh my god, I'm serious.
Did you hear? Remember when that whole Redskins thing was going on where they wanted to change the name of the Redskins because it was racist.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know how the owner of the football team was like, "Oh no, it's not racist. It's tradition. It's old tradition. It's fine. It's not a racist thing." Fucking The Onion wrote an article called uh, Redskins kike owner refuses to change football name for being racist. And in the article, they called him a shifty-eyed Hebe. And I was reading that, I'm like, good God. Fucking awesome. Oh, those guys are fucking brilliant.
No, this. Well, yeah, no. The thing is, like, every time you find out, like, about something like a very deep hole, you find out it gets fucking wacky.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's the craziest part. Like, it doesn't just get scary; it gets wacky at points.
Yeah.
Like, you could like every time you read one of these books about Trump. I'm not gonna tell you I've read these books about Trump. I'm gonna tell you I've watched videos of people who read the books about Trump, and someone will be like James Comey. He's like, yeah, no, I fucking hated the guy. So like, what I did was I would just like wear blue suits, so I could like try and blend in with the curtains of the Oval Office. And you're like, what the fuck? You're a fucking liar.
What? Would that work?
He tried to hide from the president by just
Camouflage.
First time he goes in, Royal Navy blue number 65. Got it. Just walked out. Like, what are you talking about?
Wow. You tried to hide from your problems so hard.
He's like, if I camouflage myself, he won't see me.
People are fucking weird. That's fucking hilarious.
Or you'll hear, or when you see like the police vehicles they have, like, all right, when you see it driving down the road, you're just like, oh man, that's scary. Like, it's like an APC or something.
Yeah.
Then they'll release like a video with like to the song "Die Motherfucker Die" like dope.
Yeah.
Of them just like driving it through the mud and doing donuts in it.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is this regular Josh? Like, what are you fucking are you telling me this is real? And the wacky, like, how am I? I'm going to tell you 5 wacky things. Three wacky things. You tell me which one of these is real and happening.
Okay.
We have a superhero.
His
name is Phoenix Jones.
And
he beats up criminals every night. And he is a trained UFC fighter.
I think I've heard about that. Is that real?
That's the real one.
Okay. Heard about that.
Yeah. Is that not fucking
he in
wacky?
Washington?
Yeah, and then he got arrested.
Yeah.
For drug dealing.
Oh. I did not know that.
And, drug dealing. Yeah. And then it gets real, right?
He became the very thing he swore to destroy.
Exactly.
You were the chosen one.
Exactly. People like this shit just gets it gets crazy sometimes.
What were the other 2 wacky things you were gonna say?
I don't know. Honestly,
you were gonna make them up off your head.
I was gonna make them up off. I thought it sounded like I was making up the Phoenix Jones thing.
No.
And Phoenix Jones, like you're a fucking liar. How dare you?
As soon as you said he's a trained UFC fighter, I was like, oh, he's in Seattle. I heard about this guy.
But no, we probably have multiple superheroes. It'd be so cool. It wouldn't though. So that's another thing. Let's talk about superheroes. Let's talk about superheroes. I realize that superheroes are just kind of people who make fascism. Okay.
Go on.
All right, so think about this for a second.
Okay.
Right? My favorite superhero, Batman. What does Batman do?
Batman
Actually, let me just
spent a lot of money on finding out where crimes are being at what time. He has ultimate surveillance of all of Gotham. So, and whenever something
there is a comic called I believe it's Superman Kingdom Come, or it's just called Kingdom Come.
Okay.
But it is about the Justice League basically at their peak levels. Okay. It's like Wonder Woman. You know, she's always at her prime because she's a god and everything.
Right.
But like Superman just got like a silver streak, and he's like into kryptonite and the soul, and like he's just been hanging out in the sun for a bit, so he's just all powerful mostly.
Right.
And Batman is old and his body's broken, so what he did was he basically put Gotham under lockdown at night. So there are giant robots roaming around.
Wow.
Carriers going by. There's soldiers going through the streets with Batman's logo. He has it under complete and total control. Zero crime. The Flash has become so fast that he is literally everywhere all at once. So he's constantly vibrating at different frequencies. So he's never technically on this plane of existence for too long. So even if you did hit the Flash, he might be in a different dimension as he's moving right next to you.
Wow.
Yeah. So at that point, no crime in all of Central City because he's constantly making sure nothing happens.
Wow.
And it just kind of goes on like that for a bit. And I was thinking, at first I was like, okay, that's a pretty good look at it. I didn't think much of it. But then I was thinking about, like, all these protests that are happening. And obviously these shows that I watch are going to cover the protests and try to make the characters look good.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the riots and everything, and how they write the black characters, how would these characters react to these protests? These characters make a decision, and then everybody else is going to have to go along with it or get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
It is kind of something that like very much pushes like a message of you have to do whatever these people say.
Right.
And another show that does this well is The Boys on Amazon. Really, I only recommend you go through one episode. It's kind of hard to watch. It's just depression. It's like that. It's that really depressing type of deal. And they try to make it funny, but like overall, the tone is always depressing.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But what they do is they really show that like, and these people like while everybody's super impressed and stoked on the superheroes and everything, there's also like an air of oh my god, this person could like straight up cut me in half.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like it.
Yeah.
So it got me thinking that most of these people are just kind of like pulling down fascism. I say Spider-Man might get like a pass because Spider-Man isn't like one of these like all-powerful like superheroes. He's just like I'm really just a crime in progress kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not out here just beating up like busting up drug dens and shit. Yeah, straight just making sure crime isn't happening and people aren't being victimized. So,
right.
He's just neighborhood watch at best.
Yeah.
But then you get people like Batman who might break a drug dealer's leg one night. And that guy who has a usual job maybe providing for his family, he just can't provide for himself. You look at it like in a realistic lens and you think about how crazy it is. So yeah, superheroes are kind of fascist.
Well, once they get to a point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's weird how you can take like an idealization or an ideal like that and then push it to its limits, and all of a sudden something that was just all of a sudden becomes unjust when you take it to a certain level. So
yeah, I think they called that the fall of a paragon or something. Like it's how you get people like Light Yagami.
Yeah.
Like, Light was just like a kid who's just like, wow, Earth fucking sucks. Like, people are just all the time. They're criminals. I fucking hate it. And then he just finds a death note. And he's like, well, I'll kill one criminal. She's like, shit, I killed a guy. Oh, God, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And they thought about it. He's like, actually, I'm a god now.
Yeah,
I can fix the world.
Kill whoever you want.
The price of my soul.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did it. He just gave up his soul and immediately became evil, but he was also on the air of like what he thought was just completely the right thing to do.
Right.
Like he was just like, I'm gonna be the devil so that I can save humanity. And once he dies, whenever he dies, he knows that he made the world a better place.
Well, did he though?
Yeah, no, that's up for debate. But like, in his brain.
They do say throughout the series that crime drops considerably all over the globe.
And by the final arc, with N and other guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember everybody's name. I hate these people. But like when that final arc happened, like it had been like 2 years since spoiler alert if you in like 3 minutes. But like, as soon as L dies, there was like, shit. What was it? I totally lost my train of thought.
Fuck. Take another hit.
Fuck.
I'll take one more hit.
Yeah,
I've been playing a lot of Civ.
This is my favorite part of the podcast. Where you
just go from one.
Who knows what that was about?
Yeah.
that was probably really insightful. I'm like, damn, what's this about?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Civ lately.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to learn how to play, and now that I've learned how to play it, I can't stop playing it. It's the perfect game to like start at like. It doesn't matter what time you start. You're gonna play for like another 6 to 7 hours nonstop, and then you're gonna look at the time and be like, okay, maybe a few more hours.
No, dude, that's basically the Skyrim effect, as I call it.
Yeah. Stardew Valley was like that too.
You know what I really want? Oh, I was gonna tell you. That's right. Rogue Galaxy has a sequel out. It's
Really?
on Steam. I'm gonna pick it up like in a few weeks when I have more money.
Rogue Galaxy?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Rebel Galaxy.
Rebel Galaxy is okay. That's what I thought you meant.
Rogue Galaxy is a completely different game. Well, yeah, they have a sequel and it's on Steam, and like they were gonna like put it on PS4, but they still haven't. So I'm about to go pick that up, and that's just gonna be my life.
Tell me how that is.
Oh, I hope it's amazing. Honestly, I wish there was a multiplayer mode, but like just a co-op. You know, like I get it's a whole entire galaxy, but if I had to deal with like, anything more than 5 of it, I'd be pissed.
I know what you mean. I really want a game. You remember the Star Wars Episode 3, right?
Yeah.
It opens up, and there's this huge space battle with like frigates over here and frigates over here, and just fighters everywhere and lasers going everywhere. I need a game like that.
Well, I kind of have one for you. It's just the original 2005 Star Wars Battlefront 2. I promise you, the space battles are pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, aren't all the servers down? Like, didn't
I play them regularly?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's still multiplayer. Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah, probably for cheap right now. I think there's a summer sale going on.
Really?
So you can probably get it like $2.99 or whatever.
Huh.
Also, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
See, I had okay. Tell me what my problem was, because everyone keeps talking about how amazing that game was. I had that game for the Xbox, and it went unbelievably slow.
Let me ask: did it start with a attack on a ship? Because you might have been talking about a different. You might be talking about a different game.
I think so. It was on the original Xbox.
You get attacked on a ship, and then you have to work your way through.
It had this sort of weird, like Final Fantasy type turn-based combat.
Yeah, and you could shoot blasters.
Yeah,
and also use swords.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, the game's kind of trash.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I've been playing it, and I'm like, really, what is everybody talking about? How great this game is. Like, I know it's made by BioWare, and they made some bomb shit, but like this is really like their weakest.
There are multiple Knights Republic games.
No, there's a second one. There's a sequel, and that's the one I kind of want to download, see what that's like. But I played KOTOR 1 because I used to have it on my phone, but I was just like, maybe it's just because like I'm using it on my phone. And this game isn't that fun. But no, it's definitely a phone game. it's not all that. I'm trying to. I want to start playing more games because I'm pretty good at shooters still.
Really?
Yeah, even with like losing 2 fingers, which it is fucking annoying playing video games now. But like it's pretty rewarding if I can like actually get through a fight. Yeah.
Oh well, that's cool.
But man, I'm trying to like play more games that like I missed out on, like System Shock 2. I always recommend everybody play that game if they ever liked the BioShock game.
I heard about that game. Don't forget about your fishy cake.
No, that's a rice cake.
Rice.
It's made by people who enjoy fish.
Yeah, don't forget about that.
You really gotta try some of that.
Where'd you get it?
Seafood City.
Oh yeah, yeah. David was talking about Seafood City.
We went together. It's a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should always like jump in just one of these like places. Just be like, you know what? I never go in there. Let's see what's in there. Do it.
Okay.
We went in there. The produce section is pretty cool. You know, it's just a lot of bok choy and like sweet chili and stuff.
Mm.
Then I went to their fish section. First off, they have live lobsters, so I might make a lobster. But I think I have to get over the fact that I'm gonna have to kill something that's gonna be looking at me for a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have that stockpile.
I know. That's why I'm gonna murder that lobster.
When I was when Eric and I were at Walmart, like picking up a bunch of new kitchen shit, I was like, I looked at it and I was like, we don't need one, but man, it would be awesome to have one. So I'm gonna get it. And sure enough, that stockpot is great.
It'd be great for when I make pumpkin soup. But first, I need to get a blender. That's the real thing.
Dude, that one soup, that Legend of Zelda soup you made, with the fish, that shit was fucking delicious. I need more of that in my life.
I'll make some. I finally have fish base, so that'll work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, that's another thing. You can get stuff that you would never be able to find at any of these other places that you usually go to.
Yeah.
Like you'll be like, what is it? I saw something coconut jelly.
Hmm.
I don't know what that or coconut jam. My bad. Sounds way better.
Wow.
Coconut jelly sounds gross.
Kind of lubricant.
Yeah, it's coconut jam and
quite good on toast.
yeah, that's what I'm trying. That's what I want to try. We saw taro bean chips.
Taro bean chips.
You don't. You're not into a lot of. You don't try the Filipino food much, do you?
I've had Filipino food. Not that often.
You should. Yeah, you should start jumping in on some Filipino food. Like that stuff be fire.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be sitting. You'll be looking at like lumpia and being like, "Oh, green." Break me out.
Yeah, sure. I'll go into there. I don't need to go grocery shopping anytime soon. I got I got like 6 packs of brats I'm gonna grill up probably tonight, if not tomorrow night. Actually, I'm probably gonna make rice tonight.
One thing that's weird is people who meal prep rice.
Yeah.
I can't do refrigerated rice.
No.
Yeah, it seems to like lose 100% of the moisture in like the process.
Yeah.
Like I know you guys see me leave rice out, and you guys think I'm just forgetting about it, but I promise you, I'm storing it there.
Yeah.
Like it's just if you put it in the fridge, it's just fucking somehow becomes just like wood chips out of nowhere.
Fuck.
Maybe that's just my rice.
I'm out of water. I'm gonna get some more water. Fuck it.
All right.
Alive. Oh shit.
Isaac walks down the hallway, turns right, and starts putting water in the water bottle. He sits there waiting while his throat burns, thinking to himself, why is Zach narrating this? Fucking asshole. But damn does he have a huge penis. How does he know that? I'll never know, but... Eric, Isaac, come back, ran out of material.
Are you talking shit?
Said Isaac from the hallway. God, I'm high as fuck.
Oh no, I spilled it all. I need to do it again. Oh. Talking about while I was gone.
No, I just narrated what you're doing.
Yeah. 30 seconds, and you were like, "Get back here!" Isaac!
I don't know. I'm not good at like explaining how someone is just filling up the water for too long.
Dude, this thing is still at 93%.
Oh, you got a good battery. Mine goes 120 hours. How many times have you used them? How many times have you used your like headphones?
Every morning.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, you still haven't charged it?
Well, Yeah, no, I put it on the charger when I took it out of the box. I waited until it got 100%, and then
Same. I'm waiting. I'm just trying to see like how long till it gets like 1%.
yeah,
Okay, one more night of charging.
yeah, yeah. They were cheap too. I got these for the people who are listening. I got these not Raycons, but like off-brand Raycons. I think they were like $30 on Amazon. Vankyo is the name on the case, but yeah, no, they're fucking fantastic.
My
They're
brand
cheap.
is Simptronic. Yes, that is real.
Simptronic.
Yeah, no, the first ones I got
Unfortunate name.
just broke because like they kept falling out of my ears, and
Mm.
then like the casing just cracked open. Finally, I was just like, "Fuck it, I'll just get new ones." But now, one problem I have is like really got to keep remembering to clean out my ears.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you know you once you get it, you get two chances. It hits the little what's that little sliver in between the like speaker and like your actual ear.
Like the rubber part.
No, no, like in the actual headphone, there's like a little like, black piece right before it actually gets to the speaker.
Um, the
It would also it's basically this like the netting.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Once
The
it
mesh.
once it hits the mesh, it like you have like two things. You can like scrape you can scrape the earwax off, and then put the mesh back in. But like you're still gonna have like a sound problem.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to either take it out or just kind of like push it in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like once you get it stuck again, you're kind of fucked forever. So like I gotta remember to keep my ears clean. Because I'm like, oh, going to work, and then I forget. I need Q-tips. That's one big problem I have with like.
All right. The next time I go like shopping, I'll fix them up.
Yeah, the one big problem I have with like having ADHD is like object permanence. So as you know, I leave shit everywhere.
Yes.
And the problem is it leaves my line of sight. And once something leaves my line of sight, I don't know where it is. So I should tend to keep. That's why when I come home from work, everything is very specifically in the exact same place.
Uh-huh.
So I'll be like, all right, going to work, badge, wallet, backpack, out.
Yeah.
But like if I fuck that up one time, I will go to work without my like wallet or something, and then I will be missing like 10 hours out of my paycheck or some shit.
Fuck.
Yeah, because it's just the whole thing. It's a whole problem. So like, I tend to, now I just tend to like make sure it's part of my cleaning habits. Take everything upstairs.
Yeah. I need to build that bed frame.
I just don't want to like start and find out I don't have a certain tool. I know it's gonna happen.
I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure you bought the whole desk,
Yeah,
right? I'm sure they included like an Allen wrench or something in there.
they're better. I also need to put in that monitor. I need speakers.
You bought a monitor?
Yeah.
I need to buy one. I'm gonna buy my plane tickets for North Carolina soon.
Oh, they're cheap now.
Tomorrow, in fact. Yeah,
It's gonna be super cheap.
they're like about $500 for the round trip.
Really?
But I mean, like for Christmas.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Christmas week.
But it's coronavirus will even be done by Christmas.
Well, they're saying hopefully January next year, probably most likely around April next year is when we should have a vaccine.
Wow.
They said they're saying they're hopeful that we might be able to do it sooner. There are a few different. Last I checked, there are a few vaccines going into their third phase of trials, and there are like thousands and thousands of like people who tested positive who are volunteering. So we'll see.
My biggest disappointment is that they started testing in Africa.
The what?
They started testing in Africa. And they're just like, yeah, it's fine. Like, who cares? It's like, come on, guys. Couldn't test anywhere else. Nowhere else.
Can you?
Is there no one else?
We need to finish watching the rally.
We do. That shit is fun. That shit was so funny.
Oh, man. I've been telling you, man, that show was hilarious. So did you hear Did you hear? Fucking. There was like a Japanese of like equivalent to like a congressman or something like that. Was some high-ranking political Japanese official, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason why North Korea is doing all this bullshit, like blowing up liaison offices and shutting down communications." Hey, buddy. Nice. The reason why is because he said North Korea has just been decimated by COVID-19.
Wow.
Like, absolutely. And apparently, a lot of people on Kim Jong Un's team, including himself, are infected. And all of North Korea is kind of shitting itself right now.
Yeah, but then it's hot.
And then yeah, right.
Damn,
Kim Jong-un's, dude, honestly, fine as fuck. But aside from that, like, think about all the third world countries in the middle of this right now, like, who don't have like the access or the capability of updating their numbers live 24/7. Don't have any hospitals, don't have clean goddamn water. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Imagine how they have been. I guarantee you are not getting accurate results for like their infection, their infection rates and their death toll.
No, have you seen Lindsay Ellis's video on Rent?
No.
All right, so like at the end of the video, there's this congressman who's just basically going like, "We're in the middle of a fucking plague. Why are you guys acting like a bunch of fucking idiots? We're in the middle of a plague.
Yeah.
Millions of people are getting infected every day. Why are we doing this? We are in a plague." And that's all I can think about every time I look at coronavirus videos.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like, why are you guys not actually doing anything?
Yeah.
Like legitimately, we spent like $30 trillion on nothing.
Yeah.
For giggles.
Yeah.
And like, we're in the middle of a plague, guys. Like, we could have done to small businesses or anything and just been like, hey, they're going to help you. They're going to pay for your insurance or anything, or just implemented. I don't know.
It's because they don't want to.
Yeah, they don't want to. It's because corporations say they can't, and then that's the real issue. They're just like, why would that should be suggestions.
Right.
If you're going to like go by capitalist shit, just go say it's just a strong suggestion. There comes a point where you have to say, no, I legitimately need to do my job here because people are dying in droves.
Right.
But now we can't get anything done. In fact, right now, Mitch McConnell wants... I hate that we're doing politics. One thing.
It's 2020, man.
Mitch McConnell really, really wants to give immunity to companies so that if someone says, hey, I have COVID, I need to leave, they're like, cool, and they don't have to tell the rest of you. You guys can't sue them for like knowingly, possibly COVID.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. You also can't sue cops. That was the biggest jaw drop to me because I never even thought about it. I was just like, yeah, they probably just don't sue them because like it's part of their job. But then I realized, no, there's like a legal thing. Like they legit just can't sue them for like breaking a jaw.
Yeah.
And that's wild to me.
Speaking of, I know you saw the new Me Canyon video.
Dude, I saw that while eating breakfast.
Oh,
like, sitting there like, oh my god.
Oh no. This is my one gift to you.
My favorite one is the ghost train.
Oh yeah, that one, the Cars one.
That one sticks with me. That's why my train distinguishes me. All right, well, I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you.
How's it going, buddy? How you doing?
Uh,
Eric has entered the show.
I didn't realize this was a podcast when I first sat down, and I just recently realized that it was a podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast. I probably should have closed my door.
Yeah, no worries.
I know you came in here like we were just talking like normal.
Yeah, totally. Just been playing some chess. I'm currently crossfading.
Cool.
Pretty good.
Fun. Your weekend?
Yeah, it's my weekend.
You
Today's
work
my
tomorrow?
Saturday. I don't work tomorrow.
Oh, nice. I don't work tomorrow either.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
nice. I'm not even going to talk about that.
But yeah.
Yeah, just to add to the coronavirus number tolls being inaccurate, there's a scientific study going around that's saying that coronavirus at least hit the United States in early January, late December.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because that's when everybody around us got like super sick too, and we were trying to like calculate like that's the only time we got like everybody got really really sick around that time.
Yeah,
you know, so like that had to be like that wave of coronavirus hitting us just way before testing ever caught up. You know, so there's no way those tests could be accurate.
That's true.
And because we're all fine, we won't go and get tested. We probably won't ever get blood work for the next couple of months or years or whatever, anyways. So there's no reason to go get our blood tested, you know?
I wish it was blood work.
Yeah.
That when I saw what that test was, I was like, I'll straight up just die, my friend. I can't do that.
Yeah, like I'll take my chances with a 99% survival rate. Like,
yeah, people are fucking lining up for miles in their cars to have that shit jammed down your nose.
It's horrible.
Oh, absolutely.
My mom was like, "Oh, Zach, you should get tested. They're doing tests at CVS." I was like, "Mom, have you seen what the testing is? I'm not doing that."
I feel like when they pull it out, though, it has to be the most amazing feeling.
Oh, like the breath
like
of fresh air.
I have back of your fucking noggin.
I gotta imagine it's that feeling like when like Neo wakes up in the Matrix.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Smell that air.
Oh man. I kind of want to do it.
Oh my! Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready. Come on, do it.
Last week.
They pull it back, and it's just like a giant, like bulb of snot that's just been sitting in your skull for God knows how long.
And you're just
They're like, oh.
You sleep, no snoring ever. You just is he dead in there?
I can smell in 3D now.
Speaking of the Matrix, Matrix 4 is happening, and I don't know anything about it.
No way.
Me either.
You didn't.
I
know
heard about it, and then I didn't think to like get involved in anything that's going on.
Like I don't know. Keanu Reeves is in it, so Neo's alive. That's all I really know.
He's getting all of the best roles. He
Yeah.
deserves it.
I personally, I would have went with like a prequel to the Matrix or something. Have you seen the Animatrix?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched a movie called Aeon Flux?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I always wanted to, and I think it's on Prime, but I say I need someone else to choose a movie for me.
So good. You watched the Animatrix? Or not the Animatrix, the animated movie?
No.
They made an animated Aeon Flux. Yeah, and I used to have it on DVD, and I don't anymore. But yeah, they made an animated Aeon Flux. That shit was hard as fuck. You need to watch it. That is a good movie, especially for you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's this lady with hands for feet. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember hands, feet, McGee? That's what I called her.
Hands for feet.
Hands for
Okay.
feet. Yeah.
I was thinking feet for hands, and I was like, that's just silly.
No. Hands for feet. Oh man, no, that was a wild movie. But, yeah.
Actually, what time? Oh, it's time to end this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Inebriation conversation. About an hour and 23 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Not too bad. A little longer than my interviews. Yeah, no, we're high as fuck. We're enjoying ourselves, and stay inside, wear your fucking mask, because
stay fucking lit.
Yeah, stay lit, but wear your fucking mask. Like, do an edible and just go stay inside. Anyway, keep the conversation going.